Paul, which means horn. Yeah, yun, which is one. La Yashala, which means to Israel. Paul. Imagine in the room. Which means stand, turn, face the east. You'll say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanaw, Shabashamayim, Brashaya, Shumka, Yahweh, Malakaka, Tabaa, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathananaw, Bacham, Kaliwam, Wasalachanaw, Kobachnu, Kaslachnu, Kobathino, Walaa, Tabayano, Manasai one, a ball, Hawashanu, Mayun, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Watapara, Lawalungu, Amun. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Babu Kusha, Gathunano, Hakak, Hakak, Barpa, Kalmakala, Wakalmanawa, Hakak, Latahar, Kamatazrayim, Hakak, Lahapium, Hamapium, Hakak, Al-Rakawa, Hatamala, Lagarashun, Bashim Yahushua, the Wada Amun. The English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha Yanya. Al-Hahari. Ma'yan. Yabah. Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Warataza, Aliyathan, Amawat, Regalka, Ayinawum, Shamark, Hana, La'ah, Yanawum, La'ah, Yeshun, Shomar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamark, Yahweh, Tazalka, Aliyah, Yamyunka, Yomum, Hashmash, La'ah Yakaka, Wayra, Balayla, Yahweh, Yashamar, Makal Ra, Yashamar, After Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Kazaka, Wabuaka, Ma'aitha, Wa'adawala. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Demiyalka, Al Takarash, Al Tashakwat, Al Kayhana, Al Yabika, Yahamia one, Mishanayaka, Nashawa, Ra'ash, Alaimaka, Yairiyamu, Sawad, Waitayatizawad, Al Zabawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakinum, Magoya, Wala'ah, Yizakar, Shum Yasha'al, Iwad, Kaya, the Whites is what? Love Yakadwa, Alika, Barayah, Ekarafwa, Ahalia, Adawam, Weshamali, Moab, Wahagari, Gabal, Imwa, Imalak, Shah, I'm Yashabi, because war, Gamasha war, Nalawa, Ima, Ayawa, Zorawad, Kabayawat, Salah, Aishalahum, Kamadian, Kasasra, Kayabian, Benchal, Kayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ayandara, Ayawa, Daman, Ladama, Shadamwa, Nadayabwa, Kaira, Kazaba, Kazabah, because the Zalmanah, Call Messiah Kumu, Ashar, Amarwa, Nerashah, Anawa, Nawaf, Alahayim, Alahayat, Shetumwa, Kagala, Kakwash, Kapiraka, Kaash, Kabaira Ira, Kalahaba, Dalahat, Haryum, Contra Datan, Basiruk, Basopaka, the Bahalam, Mala'ah, Punyahum, Palawan, Webakwashwa, Shumka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Webahawa, Ida I, Wekaparwa, Webadwa, Wedaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shumka, Yahawa, Wabadka, Aliwan, I'll call her Ratza. In English, keep not thou silence on my power.
Keep not thy silence on my power.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still.
Hold power. For lo,
Lo,
thine enemies make it tumult.
thy enemies make it tumult.
And they that hate thee
They that hate
have
thee
lifted up the head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people
against thy people.
and consulted against thy enemies.
Consulted against thy enemies.
They have said, come,
They have said, come.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Cut them off from being a nation.
Said the name of Israel.
The name of Israel.
May you no more remembrance.
No one remember.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together.
with one consent.
With consent.
They are confederate against thee.
Confederate against
The tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles beat up.
And the Ishmaelites of Moab
Moab.
and Hagrites,
Hagrites,
Gabal
Gaul,
and Ammon and Amalek,
Amalek,
Philistines,
Philistines,
the inhabitants of
the
Tyre.
inhabitants of Tyre.
And Shur also is joined with them.
So also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Open the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them
Do unto
as
them
unto the Midianites,
as unto the
as
Midianites,
to Sisera,
as to
as
Sisera,
to Jabin,
to Jabin,
the brook of
the
Kison,
brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at
They
Endor,
became as dung for the earth.
came as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red,
Make their nobles like a red,
like Zed,
like Zahar.
yea,
Yea,
or their princes as Zabah,
all their princes as Zabah,
and as Zalmun,
and as Amun
said,
said,
let us take to ourselves
speak to
the
ourselves,
house of the Most High
the house of the Most High,
in possession.
in possession.
Oh, my
Oh,
power,
my power,
make them like a
make
wheel,
them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the
as
wind,
stubble before
as
the
the fire burneth the
wind,
wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the flame setteth the mountains on
as the
fire.
flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute
with
them
thy tempest,
with thy
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy
and
name.
they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
Oh, Yahweh,
let them be confounded,
then be
in
confounded,
trouble forever.
trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to
then
shame
be put to shame
and perish,
perish.
that men may know
Man may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High
the Most High,
over all the earth.
all the earth.
Pray for the power structure in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh,
Rakatah Yahweh,
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh,
Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahayim,
Wa Alahayim,
Matazabi Alawak Yahana, Halawaki, Hasrunya, Hakuzayanya, Hakayali, Wahab Wasim, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, who what our money. The English. Bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh,
and Yahweh Shai, and Mike, and the angels, many General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. Pray for the prophesied curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth, and all things
and
living.
all things living.
Yahweh, in
Yahweh,
the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now,
listen to us
right now.
right now.
Say the evils and
He
curses,
was encouraged.
punishment and destruction
Punishment and destruction
to the heathen
to the heathen.
that speak against us,
Speak against
thy
us.
prophets,
Prophet,
the teachers,
teacher,
the princes,
prince,
the priests,
priest,
the Israelite brothers,
Israelite brothers,
and the school.
and the school.
Send evils and
Said
curses
evils and curses.
and punishment and destruction
Punishment and destruction
to the heathen
to the
and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel. They refused to give to the school. Force their riches. Can't to riches our sanctuary. Said evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the Edomites, the nations, their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, National Space Program, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airwaves, cable access channels, the radio channel, convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way and try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause you to go to and fro through the earth and consume it. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let your house shout, Michael and Gabriel, from down the flying saucers. Punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause to be known by all. That it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you always. So be it. Sorry, face the front. Shabu was going to be seated right here in the Sabbath service, rocking it out, picking up where we left off. And we are in the midst of the Feast of Dedication, the HaKanukkah. We're in the 6th day. 7th day?
6th day, going into 7th tonight.
This is an 8-day celebration of the Most High delivering us from our enemies. This is the antithesis of this thing right here. This is the complete opposite of this, which is a celebration of your enemy conquering you and pushing their culture on you. That's what you're doing, you celebrating Christmas. But what we're supposed to do is celebrate the Lord all the times that our enemy tried to put his culture on us, and the Lord delivered us through it. Right. And that's the HaKanukkah. That's the Feast of Dedication, the rededication of the temple, a celebration after all that we had been through at the hands of the Greeks. And now you want to go be a Greek and get Christmas presents and wrap it up and tell your kids that a fat white man is making their Christmas, that a fat white man is giving them all their joy and happiness. That's crazy. That's crazy that we got to battle this. In 2025, you still want to tell your kids that this is a real person that comes down their chimney and gives all the gifts that's going to bring all their happiness, that you worked 3 shifts for, that you worked overtime in the night shift for. You're going to give the credit to jolly old St. Nick? That's crazy. We got to take back our culture and have something real, have something manly to celebrate. This is a manly, masculine, holy day. And even the so-called Jewish man twists it up because he don't understand the concept of being oppressed. You don't understand the concept of actually having the Most High deliver from oppression because you don't understand the concept of being oppressed. What's the stereotype on them? They run everything everywhere they go. So they make up some little goofy little story about how the whole holiday is about a miracle that the oil burned for 8 days. When that's nowhere in the scriptures. But you can go in the scriptures and read about how we were being oppressed by the Greeks, brutalized by the Greeks, how they were telling us that we couldn't keep our customs, couldn't keep our culture, couldn't circumcise our children. They came and defiled the temple, sacrificed a pig on the altar, did everything that they could to wipe out our entire ways and culture. And the Lord gave us a victory in a battle and allowed us to come in and retake the temple and rededicate the temple. And that's why we had the menorah lit in the temple for 8 days straight, because we was partying for 8 days straight because we wasn't able to keep the Feast of the Tabernacles that year. The whole thing is all right here in the Apocrypha. The books that they want you to believe don't even belong in the Bible. Because these are the books that tell you that you have an enemy in the earth today. It's the exact same enemy that we had in the year 150 BC, or around the time that all these things went down. The exact same enemy, the Greeks. America is nothing but the spiritual successor to the Roman Empire, just like the scriptures say. Modern day Sodom and Egypt. So we got something real to celebrate in the midst of all that. But we're gonna get back to where we left off last week in these scriptures. We'll pick it up at Numbers chapter 3 and verse 17. Allah banya loya bashamathum garashwan wakwahath wa Mararia, verse 18. Wa Allah shamwath banya garashwan lamashbakathum labanya washamaya, verse 19. Banya kwahath lamashbakathum imarum wa Zahar Harabwan, wa Isaiah Allah, verse 20, Wabanya Mararia, Lamashkathum, Makalia, wa Mwasha Allah, Mashbakath, Haloya, Labayath, Abathum, verse 21, Lagarashwan, Mashbakath, Halabunya, Wamashkath, Hashemaya, Allahum, Mashbakath, Hagarashanya, verse 22, Bakwadium, Bamasapar, Kal, Zakar, Maban Kadash, Wama'ila, Pakwadium, Shabaith, Alapium, Wachamash, Mawath, verse 23, Mashbakath, Hagarashanya, Akarya, Hamashakun, Yakunwa, Yama, and we're going to head back to the English. From verse 17. And these were the sons of Levi by their names: Gershon and Kohath and Merari. And these are the names of the son of Gershon by their families: Libni and Shimei. And the sons of Kohath by their families: Amram and Izahar, Hebron and Uzziel. And the sons of Merari by their families: Mali and Mushi. These are the families of Levites according to the house of their fathers. Because we was going over, so far in this chapter, the tribes of Israel were numbered by their men 20 and up who were fit for battle. And then the Levites were numbered differently, were set apart and numbered separately. And this is what we're going down through the families of the Levites. Verse 19 or verse 20, and the sons of Salaki, verse 21, of Gershon was the family of the Libnites and the family of the Shemites. These are the families of the Gershonites, those that were numbered of them according to the number of all the males from a month old and upward. Even those that were numbered of them were 7,500. The families of the Gershonites shall pitch behind the tabernacle westward. And so now we're going to go back to the Hebrew. And also, by the way, that's why we light all 8 candles every day, because the menorah was a light in the temple, and it was, they do it one day at a time to go along with their story, but this is practical. This is a light, so we light all 8, all 6 branches in the middle one, because that's the other thing. They have one with 8, because they say it's one for each night of Hanukkah. That's not in the scriptures, because again, the celebration was of the rededication of the temple. So everything that was in the temple was lit, was refurbished, was refreshed. That's why we have a tradition that we refresh the school We bring new ornaments, paint, whatever, every year around the time of Hanukkah. So this is the same menorah that you read about in the Bible, which tells you exactly how it has 6 branches and in one center, so 7 candles total. It's the same one. It's that simple. There's not a separate one for Hanukkah. That's made up. That's tradition. That's from the Talmud. But back to the Hebrew, verse 24. When Nasha Bayath Abba Lagarshanya Al Yasap Bun La'ala, verse 25. On Masharath Bun Yagarashwan Bahal Mo'ai Hamashakun Wahahal Makasawa Wamasak Pathach Ahal Mo'ai, verse 26. Oklaya Hachatzar Wa'af Masak Pathach Hachatzar Ashar Al Hamashakun Wa'al Hamazabach Sabiyab Wa'af Mayathra Yawa Lakal Ibadathwa, verse 27. Walakwahath Mashvachath Hamar Romya Mashvachath Hayat Zaharia Mashvachath Hakabaranya Mashvachath Ha'azialia Allahum Mashpachath Hakwahathia, verse 28. Bamasapar calls Zakar Mabun Chadash Ma'ila Shemanath Malapium Washasha Mawath Shemaria Masharath Hakwadash, 29. Mashvachath Banya Kwahath Yachanwa Al Iraq Hamashakun Dayamana, verse 30. When Ashab Bayath Abba Mamashvachath Akwahathya Aliyatizapun Bun Aziala, and back to the English from verse 24. And the chief of the house of the father of the Gershonites shall be Eliasaph, the son of Lael. And the charge of the sons of Gershon and the tabernacle of the congregation shall be the tabernacle and the tent, the covering thereof, and the hanging for the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the hangings of the court, and the curtain for the door of the court, which is by the tabernacle, and by the altar round about, and the cords of it for all the service thereof. And of Kohath was the family of the Amramites, and the family of the Izaharites, and the family of the Hebronites, and the family of the Uzzielites. These are the families of the Kohathites. In the number of all the males from a month old and upward were 8,600, keeping the charge of the sanctuary. The families of the sons of Kohath shall pitch on the side of the tabernacle southward, and the chief of the house of the father of the families of the Kohathites shall be Elizaphan, the son of Uzziel. And we're going to go back to the Hebrew from verse 31. Umashmarathum, Kaharan, Washalachan, Wahamanara, Wahamazbachath, Kalya, Hakodash, Shashar, Yashrathwa, Baham, Wahamsak will call Abdathwa, verse 32. Wanasha, Nashaya, Kalaya, Al-Izar, Ben Haran, HaKahan, HaKodash, Shemariah, Mashemarath, HaKodash. Verse 33, Amariah, Mashemakath, Hamachaliah. It's like Umashemachan, Hamawasha, Allahum, Mashemakath, Mariah. Verse 34, Wapaquadium, Bamasapar, Kalzakar, Mabun, Kadash, Ma'ila, Shashath, Alapium, Umathium. Verse 35, Wanasha, Bayath Abba, Mashpakath, Mariah, Zawar, Ya'ala, Ban Abiyachala, Al Iraq, Hamashkun, Yechunwood, Pazapna. Verse 36, Bapakorath, Mashmarath, Banya Mariah, Korasha, Hamashakun, or Baryachua. Oh, the water, I appreciate you. Waimadua, Waidunyua, Wakal, Kaliwa, Wakal, Abidathia. Verse 37, Waimadya, Akatzar, Sabiyab, Waidunyahum, Wayathat, Salaki, Wayathadim, Omayatharium, and back to the English from verse 31, from Numbers 3 and 31. In their charge shall be the ark, and the table, and the candlestick, and the altars, and the vessels of the sanctuary wherewith they minister, and the hanging, and all the service thereof. And so again, this is running down through the Levites now, and their distinction amongst the tribes. And Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, shall be chief over the chief of the Levites, and have the oversight of them that keep the charge of the sanctuary. Because through everything that we're reading, through all the numbering of the tribes, there's rank throughout this. There are captains over each tribe. There's men over different areas. There's rank and order all throughout these scriptures. Verse 33, of Merari was the family of the Malites and the family of the Mushites. These are the families of Merari. And those that were numbered of them, according to the number of all the males from a month old and upward, were 6,200. And the chief of the house of the father of the families of Merari was Zuriel, the son of Abihail. These shall pitch on the side of the tabernacle northward. And under the custody and charge of the sons of Merari shall be the boards of the tabernacle, and the bars thereof, and the pillars thereof, and the sockets thereof, and all the vessels thereof, and all its serveth thereto. Because remember, as they were going through the wilderness, the tabernacle was moved with them. So they had Levites whose job it was to take it down, put it back up. And we even went over a scripture last week where anybody that came near it while they was putting it up, put to death. And that's out of our people, because this is a holy thing that they're doing, and they're to be left to do it the way they're supposed to do it. And all it serveth thereto, and the pillars of the court round about, and their sockets, and their pins, and their cords. So now we're going to go back to the Hebrew from verse 38. Wahakanyam, Lapunya Hamashakun, Quadama, Lapunya Hall, Mo'ad, Mazakah, Masha, Waharun, Wabunywa, Shamarium, Mashmarath, Hamakodash, Mashmarath, Bunya Sha'ala, Wahazar, Hakurab, Yalmath. Verse 39, Call Pakwadya, Haloyim, Ashar, Pakwad, Masha, Waharun, Alpaya, Yahweh, Lamashachafim, Kazakar, Mabun Hadash, Ma'ila, Shunyam, Waisharium, Alap. Verse 40, Way Amar, Yahweh al Mashah, Pakwad, Kal Bakar, Zakar Laban Yasha'ala, Laban Chadash, Ma'ila, Washa'ath, Masapar, Shemathim, verse 41. Numbers chapter 3, and verse 41. Walachuchath, Athaloyim, Laya, An Yehawa, Zakath, Kalbakar, Babanya Sha'ala, Wa'ath, Bahmath, Haloyim, Zachath, Kal Bakawar, Babahamath, Banya Sha'ala, verse 42. Baquad, Masha, Ka'ashar, Kazawa, Yahweh Aswa, Athkalbakar, Babanya Sha'ala, verse 43. Wayahaya, Kal Bakar, Bakawar, Zakar, Bamasapar, Shamwath, Laban Chadash, Ma'ila, Labaquadium, Shunium, Waisharium, Olak, Shalashah, Washabayim, Wamaathim, verse 44, Way the Bar Yahweh al Mashal Omar, verse 45, Pak Haloyim, Bakath, Kal Bakawar, Babanya, Yasha'ala, Wa'as Bachmath, Haloyim, Zakath, Bahamath, Wahayawa, Haloyim, Anya Yahweh. And we're going to go back to the English from verse 38. But those that encamp before the tabernacle towards the east, even before the tabernacle of the congregation eastward, shall be Moses and Aaron and his sons, keeping the charge of the sanctuary for the charge of the children of Israel. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. So this is a repeating of that same scripture that I was referring to. And this is a perfect reminder that stranger oftentimes refers to Israelites, because this is clearly talking about Israelites. We're in the midst of the wilderness. There's nobody out there. Unless you think stranger is talking about a bear, it's talking about an Israelite here. We're in the midst of the wilderness, and this is talking about in the midst of all of us, the Levites are now doing their job, putting up the tabernacle, taking it down, moving it. And it says anybody that comes near them, in other words, some little badass Israelite kids wandering up, what's going on over here? Let's mess with the priests. They're getting put to death. That's this law, because this is a serious holy thing that can't be interrupted. So that's what a stranger is in many, many contexts in the Old Testament. It's not referring to, this is one of the ways that you know that it's not referring to other nations. Verse 39, all that were numbered of the Levites, which Moses and Aaron numbered at the commandment of the Lord throughout their families, all the males from a month old and upward were 20 and 2,000. Because as we went through, all the other tribes were numbered by their men, their grown men who were fit for battle. But here the Levites were numbered from a month old and upward. Psalm to the Lord Christ. Okay. I'm in the middle of the service right now. You want me to just join right now? We about halfway through.
This is crucial. Yeah, the men were being attacked. Even when you go back into Egypt, you see that Pharaoh, he wanted the midwives to unalive all the men that were under 2 years old. Now, when you look at today, they are targeting our people.
You could add One West online classes to the stream. Yeah, they're having internet problems. So we just what the brother's saying is so heavy. And so now we have the numbering going on. The Levites are numbered from a month old and upward. Verse 41, and thou shalt take the Levites for me, for I am the Lord, instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of all the firstlings among the cattle of the children of Israel. And so that's why we titled this Sabbath service this week, the Levites set apart. This is going down all the ways that the Lord set the Levites aside to do a certain type of work. And now we fast forward to this day. We're under the priesthood of Melchizedek. Well, Christ is our high priest. And so now we're a nation of kings and priests. But the Levites were here set apart to do these tasks and to not be interrupted. That's why we just saw a death sentence for anybody that even came near to them while they were doing this work. Verse 42. And Moses numbered, as the Lord commanded him, all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and all the firstborn males by the number of names from a month old and upward, of those that were numbered of them, were 22,213. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, which, by the way, another thing that you see here in this chapter, I think that's the only instance where you see such an exact number. But everywhere else, it'd be like, 60,000, 30,000. And unless you think that all of our men just ended right on the exact 30,000. Shalom to the Lord in Christ. They already called me. I added. All right. Shalom to the Lord. So unless you think that all of our men just magically ended exactly on the exact even number every time, this is showing you that our culture was not about exact numbering. And that's an important thing to remember when you see the white man attempting to break down prophecies, where a prophecy might say, X amount of years, X amount of days this is going to happen. This is going to happen at X time. Our numbering was never exact. It's a vibe. It's an idea of an amount of years, of an amount of time. It's a season. And it's important to understand that we're not like the white man. We're not sitting here. We don't have to the exact T. That's just not how we exist in the world. Verse 45. Take the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of their cattle, and the Levites shall be mine. I am the Lord. So now we're going to jump back to the Hebrew. Verse 46. Wa'as paroya, hashalasha, wahashabayim, wahamaathim, haidapim, al-haloyim, mabakawar, banyasha'ala. Verse 47. Walakukaf, hamashim, hamashath, shaqualium, lagalagalas, bashakwal, hakodash, laquach, Asharium, Garah, Hashakwal, verse 48. Wananatha, Hakasap, La Harun, Walabunua, Padoya, Haidapium, Bahum, verse 49. Wakwak Masha, Afkasap, Haparioyum, Ma'ath, Haidapium, Al Padoya, Haloyum. Verse 50, Ma'as, Bakawar, Banya Sha'ala, Laquach, Ath Hakasap, Chamashah, Washashayim, Washalash, Ma'awath, Walat, Bashkwal, Hakudash. Verse 51, Waithan, Masha, Athkasap, Hapadium, Laharun, Walabunua, Al Paya, Yahweh, Kashar, Tazawah, Yahweh, Athmasha. Chapter 4, verse 1. Wa Yadbar Yahweh al-Masha, wa Allah Harun, la Amar. And we're going to go back to the English. Verse 46. And for those that are to be redeemed of the 213 of the firstborn of the children of Israel, which are more than the Levites, thou shalt even take 5 shekels apiece by the poll. After the shekel of the sanctuary shalt thou take them. The shekel is 20 gerahs. And thou shalt give the money wherewith the odd number of them is to be redeemed unto Aaron and to his sons. And Moses took the redemption money of them that were over and above them that were redeemed by the Levites of the firstborn of the children of Israel. Took he the money 1,303 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary. And Moses gave the money of them that were redeemed unto Aaron and to his sons, according to the word of the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, we're going to jump back to the Hebrew from chapter 4, Numbers chapter 4 and verse 2. Nasha'ath ra'ash banya kohath, maswak banya loya, lamashbekasum, labayath, abasum. Verse 3, mabun, shalashim, shana, ma'ayla, wa'aid, bun, hashmat, hamashath, salak, hamashim, shana, kal ba'a, latazabah, laishwath, Malakah, Bahol, Mo'aid, verse 4, Za'ath Habidath, Bani Kohath, Bahol, Mo'aid, Kodash, Akodashim, verse 5, Ba'ah Harun, Banyua, Mansai, Hamashkah, Waharadathwa, Asparkath, Hamasak, Wakaswa, Ba'ath, Arak, Haidath, verse 6, Wanathunwa, Alwa, Kaswaya, Iwar, Nachash, Waparashua, Bagad, Kalia, Dakalath, Malama'ila, Washamwa, Badua, verse 7, Wa'al Shochan, Hapunyam, Yaparashwa, Bagad, Dalath, Salakit Dakalath, Wanthunwa, Aliwa Ath, Hapiras, Wa'ath, Hakapath, Wa'ath, Hamanaquas, Salakit, Hamanaquayath, Wa'ath, Quashwath, Hanasak, Walachum, Hathamiyad, Aliwa, Yahaya, verse 8, Waprashwa, Aliyahum, Bagad, Dolaith, Shunya, Wakaswa, Athwa, Wamashkasa, Iwar, Lachash, Wasumwa Asbadua, and back to the English. And shout out to everybody joining us on One West Online classes. They're having technical difficulties down in Philly, so we are here at Isupk headquarters in Harlem. And we are in Numbers chapter 4 and verse 2. Take the sum of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi after their families by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old, all that enter into the host to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. This shall be the service of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation about the most holy things. And when the camp setteth forward, Aaron shall come and his sons, and they shall take down the covering veil and cover the ark of testimony with it, and shall put thereon the covering of badger skins, and shall spread over it a cloth wholly of blue, and shall put in the staves thereof. And upon the table of showbread they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put thereon the dishes and the spoons and the bowls and covers to cover withal, and the continual bread shall be thereon. And they shall spread upon them a cloth of scarlet, and cover the same with a covering of badger skins, and shall put in the staves thereof. And so this is all going through the tasks of the Levites, the tasks of the priests. If you were born into the tribe of Levi in this time with Moses, you were born into your job. You had one job, you were a priest, and these were your tasks. You were to take care of the tabernacle and administer the priestly things. And this was taken extremely seriously. Like, I'm going to keep going back to that verse we just read. Even if you saw them putting up the tabernacle and you came near it, it was a death sentence. This was very, very, very serious and very holy. And now we're in a time when we're coming back into our culture and we have these priestly tasks, and it needs to be taken very, very seriously. And that's why we say in the Isupk constantly that we are not affiliated with any of these other groups out there calling themselves Israelites. The reason that we say that is because we take this very seriously. And when they do it the wrong way, it's not a joke. It's not cute. It's not funny. It's not, oh, they're just, as long as they're teaching the people they're Israelites, this is serious business. It has to be done the right way. It has to be passed down. It has to be taught. You have to be told that you are to go out and teach. You have to be approved and anointed by men who have been doing this for years. You can't just watch a video online and put on a shirt with some fringes on the bottom and get a couple of other goofballs with you and go out on the street and start teaching, because you're going to end up messing up the people that you teach. You're going to end up screwing up their whole mind when you go off, or when you give them bad counsel, or when you do something wrong and you're supposed to be their leader, they learn from you. Or when you change your doctrine next year and now they don't know what the hell to follow. This is serious business, and you're really affecting real people when you do this wrong. And that's why we stress that line all the time, and y'all hate us for it, but we don't care. If you're not in the Isupk, you're not in the truth, because here it's been passed down. It's been held down by Commanding General Yohana and continue to be passed down. We didn't make none of this up. Commanding General Yohana ain't teaching us nothing that he just came up out of his own mind. This has been passed down through generations at this point. And you can't just come along out of nowhere and see a few YouTube videos and think that you're on the same level. You're goofy. And when we say that, that's our way of protecting anybody that might listen to you. So back to the scriptures. Verse. So back to the Hebrew. Numbers 4 and 9. Walakwakwa bagad dakalath wakaswa as manarath hama'awor wa'as narathya wa'as malakwathya wa'as makasathya wa'as kalia shemana ashar Yashrathwa la bahum. Verse 10. When a thunwa atha wa askal kalia al makasa iwar the kash. When a thunwa al hamwat. Verse 11. Wa al mazbach azahab. Yarashwa bagad Bakalas Wakaswa Athwa Wamakasa Iwar Thakash Washamwa Asbadua. Verse 12. Walakwakwa Athkal Kalia Hashrath Ashar Yashrathwa Bakodash. When Thunwa al Bagad, Dakalath, Wakaswa, al Thum, Bamasaka, Salaki Bamakasa, I wore Thakash, when Thunwa al Hamawat, verse 13, Wadashwa, Ath Hamazbach, Parashwa, Aliwa, Bagad, Aragaman, verse 14. When a Thunwa, Aliwa, Athkal, Kaliwa, Ashar, Yashrathwa, Aliwa, Bahum, Ath, Hamakathath, As Hamazlagath, Wa'ath Hayayim, Wa'ath Hamazrakoth, Kalkalia, Hamazbach, Waparashwa, Aliwa, Kasria, Iwar, Tachash, Wasumwa, Badua, verse 15, Wakala, Harun, Wabunua, Lakasath, Ath Hakodash, Wa'ath Kal, Kalia, Hakodash, Banasai, Hamachana, Wacharya Khan, Yabawa, Bunyakwahath, Lasha'ath, Wala'ah, Yagaiwa, Alakwadash, Wamathwa, Allah, Mashab, Bunyakwahath, Bahal, Mo'aid, and back to the English from verse 9. And they shall take a cloth of blue. They got anybody in the live chat? Why blue? Because the Most High said blue. Sir. That's about it. Come on. And they shall take a cloth of blue and cover the candlestick of the light and his lamps and his tongs and his snuff dishes and all the oil vessels thereof wherewith they minister unto it. The snuff dishes is like when you have to put the candles out so you can cover it.
The scripture does not specify why. Just like, our fringes, we are supposed to wear our fringes with the border of blue. Right. All that symbolizes us remembering, the Lord's statutes and commandments. But it doesn't say, well, I'm picking blue for you because of this reason. Right. People will philosophize about these type of things. But the scripture, if it doesn't say it, all you can do is respect it. Like the brother said, that's what the Most High just chose.
That's it. And in some cases, some of these things are there just for obedience. You're going to do it the way the Lord said to do it. Like we just went over last week the story of Nadab and Abihu, which were sons of Aaron, who went in to the temple and offered up incense that was not the right type of incense. When we put incense on here, it's frankincense and myrrh, and there's a couple other things in the scriptures that you can burn in the temple. They burned something different, and they got put to death on the spot. And these were Aaron's sons. And when they went and told Aaron, he said, well, damn. And he just kept it pushing. He didn't even barely react because he understood that you do it the way the Lord said to do it, and that's it. Some things it's just about obedience. And that goes back into what I was saying a minute ago, because all these other cats out there, you never know who's going to want to do something differently. Who's going to say, well, why can't we do it like this? Why can't we do it like that? This is why. Exactly. There's so many weird teachings out there because everybody wants to do it their own way. They want to see something different. They want to believe that they're the only person that found something in the scriptures that nobody else saw. And so now, that's why it's so important to keep the traditions, to keep the old ways, and to let it be known, to push that vibe out there that there is an old way to do it, and that's the way that we're going to keep doing it. Exactly.
Raise your hand. Real quick. That's how, what you said is so heavy. That's how different denominations of the Christian church came about. Because of people having different opinions.
Yeah.
And now somebody's going to look at the scripture and have an opinion about it, philosophize about it, and then the next thing you know, they break off from where they learn the truth at, and then they have a different school. And then somebody from that school is going to do the same to them.
Yeah.
Somebody from that school is going to look at them and say, well, I think you should wear all green. And then, based on that, someone else going to do the same thing that they did, because we did not adhere to simple instruction. We are soldiers. Follow the simple instruction that the Most High gives us without opinionating, without philosophizing. That's how breakups happen. And then before you know it, we are just like the Christian church, not in the eyes.
Absolutely. No, that's so heavy because that's how breakoffs and breakoffs and breakoffs, because everybody wants to do this thing differently, this little thing differently. Why? Why are you willing to break apart our nation over some ridiculous, like there's somebody out there that would say, well, why blue? Why can't I make it brown? And they're going to actually argue with the people that they're supposedly together with in a supposed camp with, to the point where they break off so that they can be brown. And now you the brown Israelites over here with a brown cloth over the candlestick. Now what? Now there's more division in the nation. Now there's more families at odds with each other. Now there's less work being done. Now there's more confusion. More people don't know, well, should I join with them or should I join with them? Do I learn from them or do I learn from them? All because you wanted to be the brown Israelite. And we're going to keep pushing it. That's why right here in the midst of the Feast of Dedication, this is such an important topic to harp on. While everybody thinks, they said it was a good thing when this split happened with Genesis. Were you seeing that online? They said it was a good thing. They said now they're going to go their own way. So now they can go over here and do more work, and he can go over here and do more. And they're going to, like I don't even get the logic in that. Please.
The thing is that when you look at that spirit,
you can even take this.
That spirit,
the bottom.
that spirit stems from people who want to build a name for themselves. They're not concerned about the flock, because only someone who's not concerned about the flock will think that way. Because when you are concerned about the flock, when you are concerned about the people, you look at it from the people's perspective, because the people, there are people out there that are sincerely looking for the truth. They realize that the church have been lying to them forever. And now that they find the truth, they find their identity, and then they look in the Israelite community, now they get confused because they hear Israelite group A say something and Israelite group B say something else. Israelite group C say something else. But these men, because they are looking for power, because they are looking to get a name for themselves, they're not concerned about the way the people are perceiving it, the people who's trying to come to the truth and are confused where to go. They're not concerned about that. All they are concerned about is that they are making a name for themselves. All they are concerned about is that they are the leaders. What they don't know is that to be a leader, you have to serve. And the difference between the Isupk and everybody else, they chose to be the leader. Commanding General Yohana did not choose to be the leader of the Isupk. He came in here like a young man. He became a trooper, became an officer, became a captain, became a general. And when his elders dropped the sword, the responsibility fell on his shoulder. There's not somebody that said, you know what, I'm going to make myself the leader.
Right.
He did not do that. But look at every other Israelite group. They were founded because somebody said, you know what, I'm the high priest. Somebody said, you know what, I'm the leader now. That's the difference between the Isupk and everybody else. And that should show you where the truth is at.
And that's so heavy, sir, because if you pay attention to Commanding General Yohana, you can see that nothing would have made him happier than if the people that raised the men who raised him up were still here. That's not a man who, the quickest way that you should see who not to follow, who not to consider a leader, is someone who just wants to be a leader, who can't follow somebody else.
Right.
But sis?
I came from my job and I looked at the brothers, I looked at some of the camps online, and I always looked at the Isupk. And I was saying to the sister last night on the phone, there's something about the Isupk that I find so consistent, And I looked at this about it a long time ago. And I'm not going to talk about other camps, I've been to one or two, but I found something missing.
Mhm.
And I can't put my finger on it. Sometimes it was good and sometimes, you know,
Right.
but I came to the ISUPK and one of the brothers invited me and I bought the dish and I really liked it that night. And I think I just make, I don't know, just nonsense, just keep me back, not making excuses because I'm in Brooklyn, which is a poor excuse because the trains are right there.
Right.
You know, and I'm trying to think, these are such poor excuses. You know, just like how if you wanted to go downtown shopping, you could go to Manhattan, you go to Long Island,
Yeah.
you want to trade, you know, even though you retired from your job and there was a sale, you could still go. You know, so I think the most I was just like stay with me and like I said, not to make a long story short, but I found for the director, the people that I did know, you know,
Mhm.
I found to be very consistent. And also I found like a lot of people say certain things with General Yohana, but I always found that I had a feeling always of respect for General Yohana. And to me, it never changed. Like my only thing is I found consistency and not being
Absolutely.
here, just being
Absolutely. And that word, absolutely. And that word consistency that you use is so important because these scriptures have not changed. So why would we ever change? These scriptures have not changed. So when you see Israelite groups out there that every year their doctrine is different, their look is different, their teaching is different, ask why. Just ask yourself why on that. It was funny. A few weeks ago, some brother said in the chat, one of Captain Zaryak's lives, that he had chat GPT something about Sakari. And so just for fun, I put it in the chat GPT. I said, give me a breakdown of what's the most doctrinally consistent Israelite groups, right? And they give me a whole chart. And I'll show it to you later. I showed it to Cap. Give me a whole chart. ISUBK was the only one that said extremely consistent. And they put all the other ones, and at the very bottom was Sakari. Extremely inconsistent. But that thing is so important because these scriptures haven't changed. So why would you follow somebody who changes?
This is so heavy what you said. I need you to send that to me because what you're saying, right? Because the algorithm and AI, you know, that is all the information that the oppressors have gathered on us, watching us, observing us, and it tells them who's consistent. This is extreme. I don't think people realize this is because when you look at AI, right, artificial intelligence, it's all the information. Like, of course, they're gonna try to wipe some of our history,
Right.
away from us, but to the power of the Most High, we got it. We know the truth. But it is all the information that are available to that machine that the machine is calculating. The machine is calculating all that information that is available. And based on all the information that is available, all the years of information that's available, the machine comes to a conclusion to say, well, this is it. I mean, this is heavy.
Absolutely. And I hope some of you brothers out there heard what this sister said. This sister said that she knew that she was making excuses on why she couldn't travel from Brooklyn to the school. There's some of y'all out there that's saying, oh, the school's in Harlem, I'm over here. Oh, the school's over here, I'm over here. You are making excuses for not doing the work of the Most High. You're making excuses for not putting in your contribution as a man to the work of the Most High. But we still got a few more English verses. Where am I at? Verse 10. And they shall put, and by the way, all this talk about the candlestick and the light, this menorah is the candlestick. That's the Hebrew word for candlestick is menorah. And it looks just like this with one branch in the middle and 6 candles, 3 on each side, 7 total. There's no, whatever the Ishmael gives you one that has 9, that's madness, that's made up, that's from the Talmud. This is the same one that we light here in the middle of the Feast of Dedication. It's the same one that we light every day. It's the same one that existed all the way going back to Moses. 1 in the middle, 3 on each side. That's it. And we light each candle, all of them every day throughout the Feast of Dedication, throughout Hanukkah. Not, as they tell you, one each day because they have to change the whole story to relate to it, because that the Jewish man cannot relate to oppression, cannot relate to the story of the Hanukkah. So they have to change it to something childlike and completely separate it from the actual story. Sis.
You know, they own everything, because I'm in a nursing home
Mm-hmm.
and a rehab, a nursing and a rehabilitation, and they got this big, huge one inside, and on every floor, and it's 9,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so big. And you know, and I said to myself that and a lot of them have the little ones inside of their rooms.
Yep.
And I always shake my head, you know, the spirit, you could feel it's such a lie.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Big lie.
Absolutely. And they say that they do that specifically for what they call Hanukkah, but that's nowhere in the scriptures. They made that up in the Talmud, and they did it so they can push their little story, where the whole story of the feast is this miracle of the oil burning for 8 days, and completely devoid of what is so important to us, which is the meaning of this feast day as a victory in battle over our enemies who are trying to push their culture on us. And it's so important that we go into that constantly, this time every year, because it's what we're going through today. We're in oppression. We have an enemy trying to push his culture on us, trying to tell our kids that this white man is responsible for their happiness. That's what we're going through today. Today, most of our people are out there right now, scrounging, digging into their pockets, taking out loans, going into debt on their credit cards to get gifts for their kids, to tell them, to let their kids believe that jolly old Santa Claus got it for them. That is an enemy pushing his culture on us. And if you celebrate that, you're celebrating being conquered, being Hellenized, being made into a foreign entity that's not your culture. If you celebrate the Feast of Dedication to Hanukkah, then you're celebrating taking back your culture, fighting back against your enemy, fighting back against the idea that they're trying to plant in your head that you can't be who you are, that you can't practice your culture. And that's so heavy. But I'm going to finish these English verses out. Verse 10, and they shall put it and all the vessels thereof within a covering of badger skins, and shall put it upon a bar, and upon the golden altar they shall spread a cloth of blue, and cover it with a covering of badger skins, and shall put to the staves thereof. And they shall take all the instruments of ministry, wherewith they minister in the sanctuary, and put them in a cloth of blue, and cover them with a covering of badger skins, and shall put them on a bar. And they shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple cloth thereon, and they shall put upon it all the vessels thereof, wherewith they minister about it, even the censers, the flesh hooks, and the shovels, and the basins, all the vessels of the altar, and they shall spread upon it a covering of badger skins, and put to the staves of it. And when Aaron and his sons have made an end of covering the sanctuary, and all the vessels of the sanctuary, as the camp is to set forward, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to bear it, but they shall not touch any holy thing, lest they die. These things are the burden of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation. And so we're going to finish right there for this week. I imagine up here, Shapar, which means horn. Yan, which is the wine. La Yasha'Allah, which means to Israel. Imagine in the room, which means stand. So Punyakadum, which means turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Quadash, Hayah, Shumka, Yahweh, Malakutha, Taba'ah, Ratazak, Hayah, Aisha, Baratiza, Tawa, Hayah, Hashemayim, Nathanael, Hakam, Kaliwan, Wasalachano, Kawatnu, Kasalachnu, Kawatino, Wala'ah, Tabayano, want to say one, Mabal, Kawashano, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wathapara, Wawalunyu, Aman. English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Prayer for the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Baba Kusha, the thunder note, Hakak, Larapa, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamataz Ryan, Hakak, Lahapium, Hamathim, Hakak, Awakawa, Atamalu, Hagarashun, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Uwada Aman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Psalm 121 in Hebrew. Asha'a Yanya, Al-Hahari, Ma'ayanya, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Baratiza, Aliyathan, Amawat, Regalka, Aliyanawam, Shemark, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yashan, Shomar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Kazalka, Aliyah, Yomyanka, Yomum, Hashemash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wairah, Balayla, Yahweh, Yashemarka, Makal Ra, Yashemar, After Pashka, Yahweh, Yashemar, Hazaka, Mabuaka, Aitha, La'ira Willum. The English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalika, Al Thakarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awayabika, Yahamiyawan, Bamashanayaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya'ira Yumwa, Sawa, Waithayai Sawa, Al Tazabawanyaka, Amara, Lakawa, Wanakakiru, Magoya, Wala'ah, Yazakar, Shum Yasha'al, Iwa, Kaya, the wife is wa, Lab Yakhadwa, Alika, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahalia, Adawam, Washamalia, Moa'aba, Wahagari, Ball. Wa'aimawa. Wa'aimalak. Kalashak. Aim Yashabi. Plus a war. Gam Ashawo. Galawa. Aimam. Haywa. Zarwa. The Bunyulawat. Salah. Aishalahum. Kamadian. Kasayasara. Kayabian. Banakal. Kwayashwan. Shamadwa. Bayandara. Hayawa. Daman. Ladama. Shatamwa. Nadayabwa. Kaira. Because of Abba. Because of Ba. Because of Zalmanah. Kala Sayakumwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Berashah. Anawa. Ah. Nawat. Alahayim. Alahayah. Shatamwa. Kagogla. Kakwash. The Panyuraka. Kaash. The Baira Ira. Wakalahaba. Dalahat. Haryim. Kandaradatu. Masiraka. Masopaka. The Bahalam. Mala'ah. Panyahum. Palawan. Webakwashwa. Shumka. Yahawah. Yabashwa. Webahawa. Ide I. Wekapawa. Weyabadwa. Weyadaiwa. Kaya. Atha. Shumka. Yahawah. Labadka. Alyawan. I'll call her Raksa. In the English. Keep not thou silence, O my power.
Keep not thy silence, O my power.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O my power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They have confederated against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarites, the Baal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zahab. Yea, all their princes, and Sabbath, and in Zalmunna, who say, let us take to ourselves the houses of the Most High in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may see thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perished, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Prayer for the power structure in the Hebrew. Barak atah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Malek Abba. Wa Alahayim. Matazabi Alawap Yahan. Halawapi. Hashranyim. Hapazyanyin. Hakayali. Wahak Wakin. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushua. What Amen. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushua, and Michael, and the angels, the manager of Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. The prayer for the prophesied curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel. They refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations, their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemy, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction. All the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth. And consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief. And the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael and Gabriel, come down with the flying sources and punish all the heathen. They come up against us. As we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all. That it's the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media. Throughout the whole world. Cause it to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. So face the front. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I imagine Shabbat. Men of Israel, I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak. Yahweh, Yahweh, sorry, face the sisters. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak. Yahweh Shemal to come by Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh, Shema, Al, Aga, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai.
Yajmatah. That concludes the Sabbath service. We're going to pick it up next week. Right where we left off. Numbers 4 and 16.
Most High in Christ. Shalom, Israel.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shalom to everybody in the chat.